What are you doing, scouting for ships?
Putting the pieces together.
Oh, yeah? Of what? The new, improved plan of escape?
No. Actually, of you, Stefan. What goes on in your mind?
Should I be flattered or offended?
Neither. My insights might be totally off.
You'll never know until you share them.
Okay. For starters, your favorite place on this island is this bluff.
Well, that's true, but fairly obvious.
Because it reminds you of your personal private spot on the island where you grew up.
Well, now I'm impressed.
Don't be. There are many mysteries I have yet to crack.
Such as?
You as a boy. I still can't believe you were ever a child.
Like the children in those medieval paintings. Grim little miniature adults, stiff and pale. That's what I was like.
You were on a bluff in the blazing sun for hours at a time, so I don't think you were pale. And you were planning fabulous adventures, so I don't think you were that grim either.
You got all this from reading my journal?
3 stars as a crime story.
What's the crime, who did it, and why not 4?
Who did it isn't clear. That's why you don't write an all-out rave.
Does it count that the author was only 10 years old?
Yeah, well, that's the unsolved crime. What happened to that boy?
He grew up.
And turned into somebody else.
An adult.
And forgot who he was. You were so desperate to get away from the Cassadines. You had 100 escape plans or more. These beautiful dreams of absolute freedom. Why didn't you make any of those come true?
As a child, I was powerless. But then I grew up. Something began to shift.
Why didn't you change your name to Steve Cass or something and start a new life on your own?
One day I looked at my parents. They were no longer giants. I could look at them right in the eye, and I was as clever as they were. And I thought somehow
you could win.
Yes.
Yes, I've played that game. Do you love me now? I'm bigger, I'm taller, I'm smarter. I can beat you at tennis.
Well, that wasn't it. Not after a certain point, anyway.
Every A I got on my report card. Every time I won a prize for art, every time someone said I was pretty or charming, I thought of my father. Am I good enough yet?
Your father wasn't there to see.
No, but that didn't stop me from performing. I wanted to be so amazing that he would realize what a jewel he'd left. But then I figured it out. My father couldn't love me because he couldn't love anyone. He wasn't holding out on me. He just didn't have anything to give.
Well, my parents obviously had plenty to give. They loved Stavros.
Or that was how it looked to you.
They adored him. It was palpable.
So you kept trying.
No. I gave up.
Why didn't you break out on your own?
Because of Laura. The first time in my life I felt... Well, then Nichols was born.
Why didn't you take Nichols away?
Well, he was my revenge. I wanted him to have it all. Everything they'd withheld from me.
Yeah, but Nichols doesn't want anything to do with the Cassadine legacy.
No, so he's told me countless times.
Don't you believe him?
You know, Nichols won't always want what he wants now. No, the thought of my Nichols in control of the dynasty, the beloved child, the world in his hands. That's what I lived for.
What are you living for now, Stefan? What do you want from life?
We should get back before the storm hits.
No, let's not go back. Let's not.
We have to find shelter.
Not in the house. Stefan, this is our chance.
A cave? You want us to live in a cave?
No, not live, hide out.
In the rain?
Well, the rain is going to make it harder for them to track us. Hopefully we'll have a storm for a few days, and they'll assume we escaped somehow.
Or quite possibly drowned.
Either way, they're going to be frantic.
And afraid for their lives if Helena finds out.
And if all the guards are searching for us, maybe there will be no one to watch the boat.
Well, that's a possibility.
Ultimately, they will call Helena, and she'll show up, and we'll have a chance to confront her, unless we've already escaped.
Yes, unless we starve to death. What will we survive on?
Vegetation. I don't know, fish. We'll think of something.
Do you think we should work that out in advance?
No, we should go now. Nobody's watching us.
You can't be sure of that. Chloe, there will be other storms.
Do you like this idea?
I do. I think it can work, if we take the time to plan it out in detail.
Okay. I can work with that.
Good. Now can we get back to the house before we get drenched?